Hey, runners, happy Saturday, September 16th. Wow, I don't know where the time has gone. It's already the middle of September. Summer is really not that far off from being done with, right? I don't know where you guys are watching from, but out here in Phoenix, it's definitely cooling off. Low hundreds, like 102, 103 today for a high, so we're excited about that. But yeah, I think the fall equinox is when is that? I want to say it's around the 23rd, next Saturday. Perfect. So we are 1 week away from fall officially beginning. Out here in Phoenix, it doesn't really feel like fall when the official start to fall happens. That usually comes sometime in October, but we could definitely tell there is a change in the temperature. This morning for my run, it was 74, 75 degrees. That may sound warm to you wherever you're watching this from, but let me tell you, when we've been in as high as I think 97 was our highest low temperature in like July and even early August. That's brutal. Trying to do anything for that matter. But when I run early in the morning and it's mid 90s, low 90s, it just wears on you. But thankfully we are out of it. I don't think we're gonna have any more 110s. Will we hit 105? I'm hoping not. It looks like our temperatures next week. Well, so today is one in the low 100s, and then Monday we might be under 100, and then should be under 100 for the rest of the week, maybe mid 90s. But the lows are cooling down. So, anyways, enough of the weather. I'm a weather geek, as you can tell. I love it. But I want to recap week 3 of my Philadelphia half marathon training and let you know how things are progressing. But thanks again for watching. If you're brand new to this and you enjoy what you're seeing, definitely subscribe down below, and I'd love to hear where you guys are watching from again. So, being this is my 3rd week, I was coming off of a race last Sunday down in Tucson, and it was the 5K, which went pretty well, but it was a little bit. It was tough on the hills. I didn't run the hills as good as I wanted to, but still managed to run a decent time. So I'm excited about that. But coming off of the race, this week I have put in 29.1, 29.2 miles with a couple more tomorrow, so that'll get me over 30 miles. I run 6 days a week. Typically I take Friday off. Monday, just looking at my training, I ran 4 miles. 4 miles is easy on Mondays. 41:23, so 10:15, 10:20 pace. And then on Tuesday the 12th, I did a 3x1K at half marathon with a 90-second recovery, and that one went pretty good. I ran quicker, so my half marathon that I'm shooting for is about 8:35 pace, give or take. And on the Ks, I was running 8:33, 8:24, 8:18. Yep, a little bit faster, probably about 8:24 pace, 25. And then I did a couple 400s at 6:57 and 7:11. Those were faster than I was hoping for, but I just felt really good and got some good turnover. So, good speed workout. I felt pretty good on Tuesday at the track. And then Wednesday was a recovery day. I ran 5 miles. And then also Thursday, I did 5 miles easy run. Took Friday off, as I mentioned. And then today, Saturday, is my long run day. And I mixed it up with 4 miles at half marathon goal race pace. What I did was I went out. I started at 5:30, and it was still dark. I had my light on, and I was running on the road for a couple miles. I had dropped off my. I used Scratch for my hydration, so I had a little bottle that was. I dropped it off a little over 2 miles into the run, and I dropped that off as I was going to my route, that is, and then when I was running, I picked it up, and then I dropped it off like 2.5 miles or so, 2.25, so that I can pick it back up after my fast pace. So I did 3 miles. That was the pace on it for the first 3 miles was like 9. Let's see, where is it here? Bear with me. Was there we go. We'll get it, guys. There we go. 9:41, 9:36, and 9:30. I wasn't trying to go. I mean, that's not super fast at all. But an easy run for me is 10, 10:15, even 10:30. I wasn't feeling like I had to go that slow. So I felt good. I just went at it what felt easy for me. And so I ran about 9:35 pace for those 3, and then at the 3rd mile I'm on a smooth multi-purpose path, which is across the way from the freeway. There's a big fence and a big wall, so we're definitely far enough away from that. But it was built a couple years ago specifically for cyclists, runners, walkers, just a multi-use path, really nice and smooth. So I got on that. And I started running. My goal again was about 8:35, and I was going to run that for about 1.5 miles, turn around, and then head back on the path, and then just finish out a couple miles at easy run. So my first half marathon set was 8:29. Then I did 8:27, 8:28, and then I finished with an 8:22. My last one was a little bit quick. Probably because a friend of mine, Meredith, was riding her bike, and she saw me. Actually, I saw her twice. But I couldn't tell if it was her at first because she'd gone by kind of quick on her bike, and the sun was in her eyes, and she wasn't sure if it was me. But apparently she turned around a little bit after that, and then she came back, and she was riding with me, and we chatted for about a 1/4 mile. So I just happened to, looked at my watch, and that 4th mile after she left, I did 8:22. So I picked it up a little bit, gave me a little bit of energy. But yeah, I mean, I didn't feel, I'll be honest, I didn't feel like, I felt great on that 4 mile set. And to be honest with you, that's like a tempo pace for me. So I might have to adjust how I'm running my tempos, because my goal is 8:35 for half marathon, and tempo should be a little slower than that. But, I'm sticking to the plan, and definitely ran it. As you can tell, what is that, 8:26 pace or so, 8:25 for 4 miles. So, 10 seconds faster than my goal pace. I was having a little bit hard time kind of pacing it. It was always going a little bit quicker, but I was trying to dial it back, and it's fairly flat out there. I mean, there are some areas that's just I don't even want to say incline, but you could feel a little bit when you're coming back. But I was starting to feel a little bit of tightness in my psoas, in my quads a little bit. In the past, when I've run my tempos like that, 4 miles at about 8:30, I really didn't feel much. But I wasn't feeling exhausted, which is good, because if I was feeling like I was really worn out, then that's probably a bad sign that I'm running it too quick, and I might have to adjust my goals. But being that it's the 3rd week, I felt pretty good on the RPE, or rate of perceived exertion. I would probably give that pacing about a 6 to 7, 6.5, 7. So that's about where I want to be, as far as like what my effort should be and how I should feel. So, no, I was excited. After that, I picked up my bottle and carried it the rest of the way. So I, obviously not litter on the path, and had some hydration. And my bottom of my left foot was a little bit sore. I mean, I had fractured that left ankle back in 1997, so I still get some, recurrences. I can start, feeling a little bit of tightness sometimes at the bottom of the foot just because I don't have the full flexion of it. But other than that, I mean, I felt pretty good. And originally I was going to do 9.5, but I figured, just go the extra half mile and get 10 in, which I did. So I finished the run altogether from start to finish in 1:30:59. So as close as you could get to 1 hour and 31 minutes, minus a second. So yeah, really excited. The weather, like I said, was fantastic. It wasn't breezy at all, although a little breeze would have felt nice. But, I didn't sweat. I'm a heavy sweater, but I could definitely tell the temperature is cooler just by the, I call it the sweat factor on the shorts, because my shorts over the summer, like July especially, and August, 3/4 of my shorts are just drenched. Depending on what color shorts I wore. If I wore like a really light colored, you could kind of see it, and it looked like I peed my pants or jumped in the pool and came back out. That's how much I was sweating over the summer. Today, I was wearing black shorts, and I'd probably say just a fraction, like maybe 20% of my shorts, 15-20% was doused in sweat, where in the past it's like 75%. So super excited. Tomorrow we'll put a close to this chapter for week 3. I'm feeling good, although I did have a little bit, it felt like shin splints for the past week. It was a little bit concerning on Tuesday, Wednesday, and a little bit on Thursday. Just I got a little burning feeling, but it wasn't directly on the bone. It was off to the side on the front, the anterior tibialis. So it felt like the muscle was a little bit sore when I pushed on it. Stress fractures can still happen in that area, or your shin splints are typically right on that bone. But I didn't run Friday. That's my day off, and I felt pretty good. I was hoping that today I would feel the same. And when I ran, I didn't have any pain on the on that leg. So just a little bit of soreness in my psoas and my quads. I know that I need to beef up my strength training, so I'm going to the gym tomorrow and getting that done and working on the strength. I think that's going to be an area there that I need to really focus on, just to help avoid any injuries, good injury prevention. So aside from that, yeah, I'm totally excited. It was a great third week, and that's about it. How is your weekend starting off? Or depending where you're watching this, perhaps you've already had a race. If you did, let me know down below in the comments. What race did you do? How did you do? Or what are you guys training for? Anything coming up here in the fall? I know registration for the Boston Marathon is now open. Are any of you BQ, Boston qualified and going to be racing next year in Boston, or maybe doing some of the other big marathons? I know Chicago Marathon's coming up October, I want to say it's the 8th. I think it's the 8th. So yeah, let me know. Thanks again for watching this all the way to the end, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Take care. Bye.